I'm not sleeping on the street. I'm a capable human being.
Making conscious next steps.
I'm a conscious individual.
Seeing growth really
But
happen.
we some hip hop niggas, like we don't need to vocalize it to make shit like that's what I grew up with.
12-hour day type shit.
Listeners, thank you guys all so much for tuning in. You're now listening to the Flyer Pop Podcast. I got some beautiful guests with me today. I got peace and love to the population. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Flyer Pop Podcast. This is your favorite host, Remy Supreme, and I got a very special guest with me today. I got the super talented, the super famous, I'd even say.
I wouldn't say all that.
My nigga Ross
Washed
Madison,
up.
bro. How you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. How about yourself, dog?
I'm doing great, bro. It's a pleasure to have you on here.
Thanks for the invite, man.
Yeah, you know, gotta
Sure.
do that. Gotta do
Sure.
that. Let me turn your volume up a little
bet.
bit. So you know, man, we really use this platform as a way to get creative stories told, and you know, even though you're not necessarily like an artist, so to say, I feel like health and football is its own art form in its own sense. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So I mean, let's start from the beginning. Like, do you remember your first organized game? Like, what sport did you play first? Like, what was the first sport you played? Because you've been an all around super athlete from ever since I've known you.
I mean, we want to take it real back. My first sport was like T-ball. Like,
Oh,
back when I was
word.
born in California.
Okay.
And I mean, that was cool. You know, it's T-ball. Everybody's either really good or really bad.
Yeah.
So I guess at that standpoint, I was just competitive, so I was kind of really good. But after that, I really didn't go back to it, though. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of it was too slow play for me. At that young age, I already kind of knew. And then after that, I kind of went to the soccer thing. You know, soccer was really my sport way before football, honestly. Like,
Word.
I could have went professional for soccer. But I remember in high school, I got to the high school standpoint, and all my mans that was lifting weights and stuff, just football and track guys, they started getting a little bit bigger than me at the time. And soccer was kind of, you know, when you just running for real, with no weightlifting. So I was just like, nah, I'm not playing soccer no more, bro. I'm trying to do some other shit. So,
Trying to get swole.
yeah, exactly. Fit in with my mans, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can still play football, but I still look kind of like a soccer player. So, but like after that T-ball thing, you know, we moved, and I was still obviously playing soccer or whatever. And then we moved from California to Woodbridge, Virginia.
Okay.
And still was on the soccer thing or whatever. And then just randomly started. That's when I first played football. Like, it was elementary school. And at first I didn't like it, honestly.
For real, like what didn't you like?
I didn't like the contact. You know?
Okay, yeah.
I remember I was playing for a team in Woodbridge. It was the Raiders. I still remember it was in practice. And I was getting hit a lot. And I didn't know how to play football. You know what I'm saying? I was just getting hit a lot. And then one day some dude literally just killed me. And it gave me a headache at a young age. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to be the one to start giving out these headaches. And then ever since then, bro, literally within that lead, like turned it on like that. And then ended up started killing it. And that's when I think that's when I fell in love with it, when I started killing it, though. You know what I'm saying? When I was like, okay, I can be the one to do it. He wasn't like gifted. I mean, we were both gifted at the time, but
Definitely.
like I was just like, man, we could both be gifted, but I'm gonna be more gifted than him. I'm gonna give out these headaches way better than him.
Word.
So that's how I really started. You know what I mean?
Word. Do you remember what helped you like get stronger as far as physical contact goes? Like, what helped you hit the right way, take hits the right way?
Honestly, man, I don't even know. It was just a mindset. You know what I mean? I feel like
I'm not taking no shit.
yeah, that's what it was. Honestly, it was just a mindset. Like,
Yeah.
my dad might have mentioned it once or twice when I was younger, and he was like, "That's what it is. If you want to play this sport, if you want to, because take it right back to California, like I wrote it down. Like, I want to be a professional football player at the age of like 3.
Damn,
You know
straight
what I'm
up.
saying? Yeah. So he was like, remember when you wrote this down? And then he was just like, if you really want to do this, like he was like, go watch college, watch the NFL at this age of pee-wee football, I guess you could say. Like, if you really want to do it, this is what happens. So it's either you're gonna be that hammer or that nail. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
And then after that, I just kind of just took off with it. You know. So ever since then, I just couldn't nobody really get in the way. You know.
That's crazy that you knew at that young of an age of 3.
I mean, it was dope though. Like, just watching it on TV every Sunday though. Like,
Yeah.
everybody in the world is watching that. So to
Definitely.
me, like, I was just like, I want eyes on me too. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I want to make an impact.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Do you remember your like first football game? Like your first time like on the field in
When
a
I was
live
young?
game? Yeah, as a kid.
As a kid, I do. I remember when I wasn't playing a lot and I was that nail, and then I remember when I was that hammer. And then I remember my dad's reaction when I was the hammer, and then I think that's what turned me on to the joint.
Yeah, what was his reaction like?
I mean, I just looked over that joint. I thought I made this crazy ass tackle, and then the nigga was like crazy, and I was just like, oh shit, I'm trying to see more of that. And then after that, it just ever since then, bro, moved to Leesburg, and then everybody knew what it was from then.
Word.
I'm not trying to brag on myself, but it is.
It is what it is. It's all factual. It's all factual.
So, yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, I could talk about that all day. So.
Yeah, it sounds like your dad had a lot to do with sports and everything. Did he have a sports background? For the people that don't know, I know.
Yeah, so my pops played everything that I played, which I played football, basketball, soccer, and track. But he also did one more than me. He did rugby. So like, he told me that, and then I just feel like I had to follow in the footsteps.
Did you ever get into rugby with him?
Hell no. Hell no.
Talk about contact, nigga. That's full
yeah.
fucking contact. No pads.
Exactly. He did it because he was a military dude. He was in the Air Force, so he did it in the military. And yeah, he told me that. I was like, nah, I'm gonna just stick with all these other things that you did and just try and outshine you and all them things. Because we always competed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't beat my dad in a race until like 9th grade.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then after that, I mean, it just kept excelling. But like, I never really beat him in nothing until like 9th grade. That was just the first thing. Like, anything from ping pong to pool to whatever. It took years to beat him. So
yeah,
I guess we just kind of pushed each other. And then after that, it was a wrap. Like, you can't beat me in nothing no more, which is still an accomplishment.
Hell
you know what I'm saying? To me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it was positive, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to your pops, bro, because I feel like just knowing you since 8th grade, you know, and all the friends that we have and grew up together with, like, you were definitely like one of the only people I could even call on that had their dad in their life, and that was a full supportive person. So shout out to your dad for being just a great role model, man, and to all of us too, because he accepted all of the homies, and
definitely,
he gave us all like little gems of wisdom and shit here and there too, man. So that's important to have, man.
For sure.
That's a beautiful thing. So you did play a lot of different sports, soccer, t-ball. I think you ran track for a little bit too.
Track, yeah.
What would you say has been your all-time favorite football?
Man.
Play basketball too for a minute?
Yeah, basketball was kind of just like to have fun with it. You know what I mean? To kind of stay out of trouble.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In that winter time, because we really didn't have a lot of training facilities and things to go to for like football and track and things like that. So it was kind of just to stay out of trouble in the winter time before track season started or soccer season started. So, I mean, I was good. You know, I started high school, whatever, but I wasn't really trying to go anywhere with it. It was just cool to play. You know what I'm saying? We can go play right now and just have fun. But, like, I wasn't trying to. It was cool. I'm competitive, so I'm playing whatever the next sport is up in the season in high school. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I would have to give it to soccer even right now, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Like, if I knew somebody that could keep me kind of fit and still play soccer, I think I would have tried soccer a little bit more, honestly. I don't know what it was about it, but it was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was real dope. And then, I mean, I wasn't hip to it like I am now. So, like, I could have went overseas. I could have did this. I could have did that. But, I mean, I'm kind of tall for a soccer player. So, could have been like an African genie. My dad Joan or something. Not even known. You know what I'm saying? But, nah, it was definitely dope playing soccer, bro. And it definitely helped me with my conditioning in football, my conditioning in the weight room for training for football and track as well. And then my feet as well, because I played safety. So, like, it definitely I needed that feet, the hip turn.
Coordination.
And the explosiveness and stuff like that. So, I got, like, a step above a lot of people just by playing soccer, just by playing the sport.
And to be honest, I feel like soccer is probably, like, one of the most, like, I recently, like, gained, like, a bigger respect for the game because, like, the goals itself, like, when someone scores a goal, it's the biggest thing ever. You know what I mean? Like, every other game, like, I guess hockey might be another one.
Right.
It's kind of like that. But every other game, there's so many high scores, and it's not as big of a momentum or as big of a celebration when scoring. That's why I really love it, even especially watching on the Spanish channels and shit. Like, it's a whole vibe.
You don't even got to know what them niggas is saying.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just crazy, though. And then you might not even know. You be in the TV. Oh, yeah.
For real, though.
What is he saying, though? You know, somebody got to know what he's saying. But, yeah, that joint is dope, though. So, I kind of fell in love with that before, you know, and then football, I mean, obviously I wrote it down. Never really knew about that. I wrote it down until my parents showed me that joint later. But, like, I mean, maybe I knew what I was destined to be or destined to do
purpose,
before, you know, but yeah, man, soccer was definitely up there, but I definitely don't regret anything really in my life, honestly. Like, I feel like I was supposed to play, you know what I'm saying? I love playing still to this day, you know, so yeah.
I know your son plays football. Are you getting him into soccer and stuff too?
So he started with soccer.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he started with soccer, and I mean, it was cool. He enjoyed it, you know, and then I want my son to do everything, you know, that he wants to do.
Word.
Like, he wanted to play soccer. Okay, cool, play soccer. He wasn't sure about football, you know. He just saw me play, so he was like, "Bet I'll start."
But he's a monster, though.
He was all right. He was all right, man. You know, everything's a little different without pads on, but you know,
definitely.
He was definitely he's pretty fast. You know, he got some moves. He's a competitor. You know, I'll give it to him. He's a competitor and things like that. But we'll see, man. He's showing interest in basketball, honestly.
Okay.
And I haven't even introduced that to him.
Yeah, on his own.
Doing it on his own.
That's tight.
So that might be his thing, you know. Yeah. And his initials is JAM, so that's Jam. So he might be in there really doing his thing. Yeah. And mine is Ram, so that's why maybe. Damn. We'll see.
That's crazy.
Know? Right.
That's crazy.
You know. And I showed interest in football on my own. Like, my dad didn't have to introduce it to me.
Right.
I didn't introduce it to him as basketball, so maybe that might be his niche.
Yeah.
But we never know. I hope it's a sport, you know, not
Something.
golf. Not golf. Nothing against golfers
tennis
out
either?
there, you know. Tennis is cool.
Tennis is cool.
You know, as long as he's good, you know what I mean? I just don't want to be that. I mean, I'm going to keep it straight. I don't want to be that parent just showing up to watch the team play. Like, I need to really watch my son play.
Out.
Yeah, I need to watch that, man. Because if not, we just gonna have a conversation and really work on these academics, man. These academics.
Take it back to school.
Yeah, man. It's all good though. Man.
Are you as competitive with him as your dad was with you? Would you say?
Probably even harder, honestly, bro. I'll never let my son beat me until he can. Yeah, you know, no, hell no.
That's tight.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what it has to be. Like, wow, oh, good job, man. You beat me. For what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just a shortcut in life to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no shortcuts in life.
Yeah.
Unless you blessed with winning the lottery or something like that. You know what I mean? A bigger step or a easy way to get in. I mean, I wouldn't even say easy. It's luck, lottery. I mean, and I would love that luck right now still but like, it's you can't, nah.
Right. Nah, I feel you on that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, growing up, playing sports your whole life, I'm sure you've been around a lot of mentors, role models, and coaches especially. Mm-hmm. Were any of the coaches that you've had like resonated with you? Are there any like favorite coaches that you've had in the past?
Man, I can give out probably a good 3 to 4.
Give us one, and why was that coach one of your favorites?
I can't even give you one. Like, I'll just give you
too
one.
Too many good ones to just pick one.
It's not too many, but it's just guys that they were there when I needed them to be there, like in my steps to get to where I'm at. You know what I mean? Kind of, does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
So, like, the one that kind of started me on that platform, and I'm not trying to knock any other coaches. Like, there's plenty of them that got me there, but the one that started it was Robert Smart. That was at Heritage with me. I met him my sophomore year. Okay. And he didn't know me for nothing. He started working there as a safety and security specialist, and he played football at JMU, and failure to a knee injury. That's why he stopped playing. Mm-hmm. But he came in there, and he came in after football season, and he was all like, there was a bunch of us. He was like, yo, we play football. He was like, I don't play football. He's like, you definitely don't. You too pretty. Like, you brush your hair all the time, yada, yada, yada. And I kind of looked at him while I'm brushing my hair, though, and I'm just like, all right, you'll see. Like, you'll see. You know what I mean?
Niggas definitely kept the brushes on the back of the day.
Brushes in the back pocket.
Hell yeah. And a do-rag.
You feel me? Yeah. So I'm brushing my hair. I was like, you'll see. And I told him that. And then he saw it, you know. And then after that, he just started working with me hands down, like, every time. And I wanted to go get that work. And I think he saw that I wanted to go get that work to get to that level. Because I was like a sponge, like probably the biggest sponge you'll ever meet. Like, just soaking up knowledge and wisdom and technique and weight room things, you know what I'm saying? He kind of took me to the next level of my game, even in high school. And that's the closest thing that I had to myself for these kids right now at that time. So yeah, I was kind of just like, dang, like that's probably one coach that really, really started my game in high school to get to the collegiate level, which like put me on that platform to get to the NFL.
Is there any memorable advice either from him or from another coach that stuck with you ever since then? Like any like words or phrases? Or?
Again, man, it's so many, not so many, but it's just certain coaches that say certain things that'll stick with you. Yeah. But I know from him, I had got hurt my senior year in high school. And like I had people looking at me, you know what I'm saying, for scholarships. My top one that didn't offer yet, but were coming to the games was Virginia Tech.
Word.
And I ended up getting hurt. And the game I got hurt in, I was supposed to go. If we won, we were going to the playoffs, and we were gonna win that joint. But obviously, if I was playing, so I got hurt, and it ended my season or whatever. And then he trained me to get back. And I just remember we were training, and my knee was just it was done. It was done. I broke down. He was pushing me, you know what I mean? Just him pushing me to get back up and keep fighting through the joint is what really got me through it. Like I know how to push through things. I mean, I had hit a lot of adversity way before that moment. But like him pushing me through that moment got me through college pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It got me through college. And that was my senior year, going into basketball season or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like he really got me through it. He got me to run in a 4.36 my senior year.
Damn.
Going into like the summer before college and stuff like that. So he opened up a lot of doors, a lot of options for me to get to where I needed to go.
Got you. And I feel like when it comes to sports especially, man, you kind of need that proper support, that proper coaching, the people to really push you and make sure that you know that you can make it to that next form, so to say.
Right.
You just need that little push or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any coaches that you absolutely hated, like to this day? Is there anybody that's
man.
Call them out, bro.
Hell
just call them out.
I ain't gonna say no names. It's like, nah. But there was just this guy in Toledo, man, when I first got there.
Mm-hmm.
And I give it to him. Like, he knows how to speak and talk, you know what I'm saying? He got me there.
Yeah.
But when I got there, man, there was no love. Like, there was no love. There was no, you're my guy. Like, he literally just got me there. And I didn't think he didn't think that I was going to be as good as I was.
Okay.
So, like, honestly, I mean, I feel like I could have started all the games my freshman year. But, I mean, I started about, my freshman year started about 4 or 5 games, you know what I'm saying, due to injury.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, it wasn't like I came in there to be the starter. Like, he thought he was going to redshirt me and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember this one time, man, when I first got there, you know, I'm still young, you know what I'm saying? I pull up to Toledo January of 2010. Like, I'm young. I ain't been this far away from home, you know what I'm saying? In a whole new state. Like, I knew about college football, but I really didn't know about college football.
Yeah. And
I had called him, man. I called the fool, and he didn't answer me. And I think at that time I really needed something, though. I really needed something. And this is in January. So, boom, the next day come, we finish our little workouts or whatever. I was like, yo, coach, like, I called you yesterday, man. Like, he said, oh, yeah, what do you need? I said, man, don't ever tell me I can call you whenever and then not, like, answer your phone or call me back. Like, yo, you tell us whenever. Like, and it wasn't even no 1, 2 in the morning, man. It was, like, probably 9 or 10 at night, you know what I'm saying? And I needed something, though. It was something that I really needed. So ever since then, man, he tried to bench me for little shit, you know what I'm saying? It was one time I was 7 minutes late to study hall, and I was finally starting throughout the season.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to practice, and then I seen the depth chart, and I wasn't starting. And I was just like, yo, coach, what's up with the depth chart? Like, I was just starting. Like, it's Wednesday. Like, you got to walk through Thursday, and then Friday's travel day, and then we go to play the game. He's like, yeah, I saw you were 7 minutes late to study table. I said, well, 7 minutes and you not going to start your boy? Like, what? Like, what, you looking for reasons? Like, so I just didn't think, he didn't like the fact that, like, I would voice my opinion on certain things.
Yeah. It
wasn't disrespectful. It was just the fact that, like, if I needed to ask a question or didn't agree with something, I mean, I'm going to say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say it. And I feel like I've mentioned it to coaches at the higher level than him, and they were like, that's something that you should do. You know what I'm saying? And as a coach, he should embrace that as a player, but he didn't, and he kind of hindered my career my freshman year. So that's one coach that I've never talked to him ever since, like, because he got fired.
Oh, did he?
He ended up getting fired.
Damn.
But, like, I've never spoke to him. He never reached out to me ever again. Like,
even when you made it and everything?
Never.
That's crazy.
So, like,
do you think it was actually personal, or do you think it was just the way he was, what type of coach he was?
I just feel like, you know, I've never been no ass kisser. You know what I'm saying? Never in my life. So I feel like he wanted a bunch of those, and he thought that that's what I was.
Yeah.
Just because I was respectful. But at the end of the day, nah, I'm not rocking like that. I didn't grow up like that. And I mean, it's just not how I'm going. So you either like it or you don't, and he didn't like it, so that's how he went about his life. So I went about mine the same way. So I mean, you the one without a job. I'm the one that got to the NFL.
Word.
You know what I mean? So
Word.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
And he ended up going to, and he got a job somewhere else or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was lower division. No disrespect to the division or whatever. But yeah, so
That's crazy, man. Crazy how shit plays out for real.
it's
For
all
real.
good. It's
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah, what was like? I know me, man. I'm definitely nowhere near in shape as you. I've never been nowhere near in shape as any of y'all niggas, for real. So like, I remember like gym class was fun, but like I hated the pacer. I hated the fucking mile. Like playing sports your whole life. Like, what was one thing that you kind of dreaded about practice or dreaded about the game itself in any of the sports? Nothing.
Nothing. I fell in love with all that shit.
Really?
I fell in love with all that, bro.
That's crazy.
Because there's no. I mean, if you really want to break it down to shit that you hate, yeah, I hate running long distance.
Okay.
But I never had to run long distance for my sport.
Yeah.
I never did. So, like, I fell in love with all that shit. The working out shit, the camaraderie, the hypeness in the weight room,
Yeah.
the conditioning. Like, it's really not that hard if you zone in and tune into what you're really trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I loved all of that shit. But some dudes that's in the league right now, they hate it.
Yeah,
But they like,
yeah.
this is what I got to do to get a check. You know what I'm saying? So they do what they got to do to get a check. But for me, I love that shit. So like I've never really was like, damn, I hate this. Like,
Word.
like all 4 years, I've never been late to nothing. And I'm talking about we got 6 a.m.s as a young kid, never been late. NFL, never been late. You know what I'm saying? Because I enjoy doing that shit. So
Yeah.
like, it's if you enjoy doing it, you will never be late to that.
Right.
You'll never be late. So.
Yeah, that definitely changes it because like that's one thing I at least found with the podcasting and
Mhm.
like the media shit. It's something I enjoy doing. Like
Exactly.
even though I'm doing everything on my own and it takes up a lot of my time, it doesn't feel like necessarily work. You know, it's actually kind of enjoyable. I actually look forward to the mixing and stuff like that. So I can understand that, but at the same time, I'm still baffled because nigga, who the fuck wants to wake up at 6 a.m. to fucking lift weights?
Nigga, we had to be there at 6. We was up at 5, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Now 5:50, if you was 5:51 or 5:50 in some seconds, you was late.
Man.
And everybody's getting punished for that. So, I mean, I just enjoyed being there. And then when I was there, I was enjoying being dominant. You know what I'm saying? And showing my presence.
Yeah.
And that's how I live life. Honestly, after college, like I live life like that. When I'm in there, I'm dominating whatever I'm doing, whenever I'm doing it. Like my presence is known no matter what. Even if I just walk in the room,
Yeah.
I can walk certainly. Somebody will be like, "Who's that?" Just because.
Right.
Dominance.
Got you. Was there anything like in any of the sports, not necessarily just football? Was there anything that you noticed that you may have struggled with, like something that you had to like reach out to someone to get help with?
I just feel like if you're passionate about something and you want to know certain things about what you're passionate about, you're gonna reach out regardless.
Mhm.
So for me, in any type of thing that I'm really passionate about, or just in life in general, if I don't know something, I'm not scared to ask questions because you can always learn something from somebody no matter what. So like if I feel like I can catch knowledge from him, I'm gonna just catch knowledge from him. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's the perfect person. Nobody's a perfect player. So like you can always catch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So that's how I got to where I was at.
You were
know what I'm
constantly
saying?
improving
always. So
that's dope.
you know, that's just how I live.
It's dope, man. It definitely seems like you have a real like a strong sports competitive mentality. You know, like you're always
100%.
bettering yourself, and that's the only way you can really be competitive is if you're constantly building yourself and trying to find different ways to better yourself.
Word.
Can you share a time where you were like really nervous and how you pulled through it, as far as like a game or maybe even in practice? I remember I played sports for a little bit, and the one thing that was the craziest shit to me that I could see, not necessarily you were, and I know it would make me fucking nervous, was the one-on-one hits. Like when they would just have niggas on the side and everybody had to, with the one-on-one just had to run
I
up.
thrived off
Like,
that shit.
Yeah.
I thrived off that jump. But
Yeah.
I could probably give you 2 examples.
All right.
One example was in 7th grade.
Okay.
And I was going against this one dude. I was playing for the Jaguars at the time. I remember the team.
Yeah.
And this dude was like, he was a grade above me, and everybody was like, oh, they was hyping him up. And I was the running back, and he was the person, like you said, is supposed to tackle me.
Yep.
And I just gave him the business. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, right before that, actually throughout the whole drill, because the coaches was mad that he wasn't getting me down. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't know that I was capable of what I was doing at the time.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of when I first moved here. When I first moved here in 5th grade, the season was already over. 6th grade, I just didn't play.
Okay.
And then 7th grade is when I played. So they didn't know who I was. But they knew him. You know what I'm saying? So like boom, we came through the jump, hit him with something, and then everybody's eyes like got big, like whoa. And I remember my brother Darius was just like hyping me up, like yo, do it again, like getting the whole team hype, because he's a grade above me too, and that was like kind of like the dude that everybody was talking about, and he was the person that was like, yo, like he's not even that tight, and then I was the one that proved everybody wrong, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at that drill, that's when I was kind of nervous because I was believing everybody else's hype.
The hype around him.
You know what I'm saying? So I think at that time, I was just like, damn, like, he's really not that tough, because I guess the people that he's tackling wasn't that tough. I guess I'm really tough, you know what I'm saying? So I guess kind of that might have been a turning point in my life where I was like, I guess I am kind of tough. Maybe I should set the soccer stuff aside and really concentrate on this too. You know what I'm saying? So that at that standpoint, that was really a moment that I was just like, damn, like I'm nervous. Like he really might do what I seen him do, because he was on my team. This was practice.
Okay, yeah.
So I was just like, damn, he really might
fuck me up, bro.
Yeah,
one time.
yeah. But then the whole time I was like, I'm not gonna let him fuck me up. Yeah, I'm not gonna let him fuck me up. So then it was just moments. We just kept going. We kept going. Like literally, and I kept winning. I feel like the coach was just like, yo, tackle him. Like, it was getting mad. So I think at one point, like,
take him down.
It was to the point where I really did a move to really like. It was like I felt so controlled that I could do a move to make him like move a little bit, and then let him tackle me so the drill can be over.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
For real?
That's in 7th grade, bro. I still remember that till this day.
That's crazy.
I was like, all right, like let's end this joint, bro. 'Cause we done went like 10 times, bro. Like I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
Yeah, and it's still, even in 7th grade, like people knew, but everybody knew me as a soccer player.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They knew me that I was fast, was shifty, whatever. But I really didn't really excel to where everybody's eyes really opened until 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? And in 8th grade, I mean, it was like, it's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? You
said there was another example too?
So another example was the nerves, like where I was like, oh shit, was actually I'll give you 3.
All right.
One in my freshman year when we went to Boise State.
Okay.
And we played on that blue turf, and that's when they was ranked like top 5, top 10. I don't even know, but it was top, not in the 20s though.
Yeah.
And I was a freshman, you know what I'm saying? And the coach was like, yo, you're not going to start this game, but you're going to go in every third series, or every third series. So 1, 2, 3, boom, then you win. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I was playing, and they had like players like Kellen Moore as a quarterback, Titus Young, and then a whole nother receiver, like then their whole defense was stacked. And the fact that I was playing in that jump and the blue turf hype, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh shit, like this is real. We traveled on a plane. Like I never did that for football. It was just all nerve wracking for me at the time. And then I played. I mean, we got beat pretty bad, but the fact that I was out that jump, like when we was in the mix at the time, it was nerve wracking. But then after it was this first tackle, and then after that, no, it's good. Boom, it's over. Like,
Word.
They tough, but I'm tough too, type thing. And then obviously, you know, when you get to the NFL stage, and then you running out that tunnel for the Washington Redskins, and then you got all eyes on you, then that jump was kind of nerve wracking too.
Yeah, I bet, bro.
But after that, I mean, it's all nerve wracking for a little bit, and then after that first joint, it is what it is. Like every game though, like you got to get that first hit out the way, you got to get that first catch out the way. If you're talking to a receiver, first run out the way for a running back, first hike to the quarterback and throw. You got to get all that shit out the way, then you win the game. You know
From
what I'm
there,
saying?
yeah, definitely.
So that's all normal, but like those 3 things right there in my head, if I had to pinpoint it, then that's what it was though.
With like thinking about those events, do you feel like you had any sort of like mantras, or like did you find yourself telling yourself positive things? Was there any like mental habits you had to get you through those nervous moments?
I just kind of just roll with the punches, honestly. At
just
that
went
point,
with it,
I was just like, "Bet this joint is dope." I'm like, "Damn, I never felt like this before."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But fuck it, we just gonna see what happens, and then boom, boom, boom. All right, it's over. Now let's keep going.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Now let's keep rolling. This house gonna be bet. It's like the movies and shit. Like you hear the music, the background music, and the kickoff, and boom, and they all running through. Boom, tackle. All right, now you rolling. Now you see the game in the movie and shit.
Yeah,
that's how it is in real life, low key.
Word.
That's how it was and shit. So.
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't know. I maybe it's just from watching too many movies. I feel like the circles that y'all do, the huddles and everything, the chants. I feel like that would instill just some like just regular everyday like, yo, I got this. I'm gonna do this, or I don't know, just certain like mantras and shit to repeat to yourselves to help you.
Right. I mean, some guys are like that. You know, some guys are like that. But you know, everybody has their own thing that they do in their head.
Mental process. Yeah.
Exactly. So for me, with those huddles and them circles, like. I'm just thinking dominance, you know what I'm saying? Dominance, but like those three things that I mentioned to you about the nervousness, like that was the biggest thing. But
got you.
You know, you always got them butterflies before you about to be on in the lights and all eyes on you. It's not practice no more. You always gonna have those, but like, I mean, it comes with the game. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the game. It comes with what you sign up for.
Yeah. So maybe like dominating or dominance was like something that you kind of just kept in mind mentally to help you get through the shits.
Exactly.
Yeah. I got you. Was there any? Did you have any routines or like any sort of like habitual congratulations every time you had a good game or had a good performance? Was there anything you did to treat yourself like, yo?
I mean, when I could treat myself, you know, in college, after college, good job, good game, you know. We would just invite people over, just hang out, you know what I'm saying? And we wouldn't talk about the game.
Oh,
you
yeah?
know what I'm saying? Nah. We wouldn't talk about the game. We would just have fun and talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be I mean, maybe like if you made a great play, like, oh, yeah, I see you out there, you know what I'm saying? Woo. But like other than that.
Broke a good tackle or something? There was no acknowledgement of it? It was.
I mean, in high school, of course, you know what I'm saying? But like, in college, it was just getting away from it, man. Like that's a prize, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling, just relaxing after the dub.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might, you know, go out, live college life or whatever, but like it's just talking to your peers and your teammates about just other stuff, kicking it, just relaxing.
Being regular.
You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of dudes in the football world want to be. They don't want to be that. I mean, they want to be that star, but like they don't want to be treated any different than the average Joe on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what we all strive to be, just good men. You know what I mean? That's all we wanted to be.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
What type of things do you think playing sports your whole life instilled in you? Because, you know, clearly it instilled like some discipline, a strong sense of confidence, especially like in the outside world. Like you said, you walk in, you dominate a room.
Yeah.
What other traits you think playing sports instilled in you? Like if you didn't play a sport, you may have not been this or that.
I mean, just like you said, the discipline, you know. I mean, obviously we had to wake up earlier than the average Joe. You know what I'm saying? So if I really had to wake up early, like it wouldn't affect me. Like I still do that till this day.
Yeah.
And this is what I do. You know what I mean?
Just life now.
It's not a problem. You know what I mean? I just wake up. I gotta go do whatever. I gotta go to work or I gotta go work out still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's hard for some people that didn't have to do that.
1,000%. I can vouch for that 1,000%.
So if you haven't been doing that for a long time, that could really, you know what I'm saying, it's a struggle for other people.
Yeah,
you
man.
know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And then which I can understand it too, because you know after when football died down a little bit for me, like, and I didn't have to wake up, like, and then I had to start waking up again. I was like, dang, like
it's a hassle, man.
You know what I mean? And that was just a break. So I can only imagine somebody not having to get up
ever
in that until the time for school or whatever or work. But then even then, you know, like that's still not 4 a.m., 5 a.m. waking up before you can see the sun.
Yeah.
And then you getting home when the sun's coming up. You know what I mean? Like that joint's different. But like I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, being confident, I mean, I feel like that comes with a lot of it too.
Yeah.
Because like just playing a sport, a coach can build your confidence up. Players can build your confidence up. Like there's not a lot of self-motivators out there without somebody telling you that you need to be a self-motivator.
Yeah.
So like that group of guys around you can help you get there if need be. You know what I'm saying? So those are probably the two biggest things for me.
Okay, word. Word. What would you say growing up, what was some of your favorite teams, some of your favorite players in any sport?
I mean, honestly,
like some players that you looked up to, some teams that you looked up
Taylor,
to.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
like that's
rest
my
in
number
peace,
one.
Man. Yeah.
Like that's it. safety wise, I mean, I can go Brian Dawkins and, you know what I'm saying, Ed Reed at the safety position. I mean, running back wise, because I played running back too, it wasn't really, I mean, I looked up to him, but I wouldn't shout a name out or nothing like that. It was just something about that defense that I was like, and, you know, like Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Guys like that were real passionate about the game that I really liked, you know what I'm saying? Team wise, I mean, I was a Redskins fan for a little bit. Like, it was cool because I'm around the way.
A little bit.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, I went there and then they let me go, so I stopped being a Redskins fan, honestly. But other than that, I mean, there was really no teams. I mean, I like the Wizards, you know what I'm saying, because I'm from the area.
Word.
So I cheer on the Wizards, you know what I mean? But
Really?
there's no, like, favorite. I mean, I like LeBron. I like Kobe.
Yeah.
Obviously, I love Jordan.
Of course.
You know what I mean? But I'm not really like, die-hard, like, if I see him, I'm gonna drop to my knees and be, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? Because they're men too, you know. But they're good role models for young kids. You know what I'm saying? They come from a different place that they can probably relate to a lot of young kids as well. That's what I look at. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you're a baller. Yeah. You know what I mean? But where do you come from before being a baller, or while you're being that baller? Where do you come from?
Where's the person?
What are you preaching?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What's your background? That's what I look at. You know?
Do you, like, nowadays or even back then, were you really big on watching sports?
Of course.
Yeah. I'm just, like, kind of surprised that you don't have a diehard, because I know niggas out here diehard Redskins fan. Like, you can't tell them that, or a Cowboys fan, or Eagles fan.
I'm a diehard, like, sports guy. You know,
just any sports, just like the competitions.
Yeah, I'm a diehard competitor.
Word.
You know, I can definitely, I'm a diehard defender. You know, I can watch a game and not like any team and cheer for a defense on both sides, just because I play defense, obviously, but then also because I just like watching the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at other things that I'm not looking for the big play. I'm looking for what that guard or tackle do, or what that linebacker do.
That good block.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for stuff like that. I'm looking for did he miss that jump? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. Or safety should have been here, corner should have kept rolling, like just little things like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just dissecting the game so I can preach that knowledge to the youngins.
Got you.
You know what I mean? With them coming out, because I'm a coach too. I'm a coach. I'm a mentor as well. So like that helps me do that for them. You know what I mean? So there's no diehard over here. You know what I mean?
If you had to draft yourself onto an NBA and football, give me one team that you don't want to go to on each.
NBA
right now today. Yeah.
NBA. Let's go NBA first.
All right.
NBA got to be somewhere warm, so I'm going West Coast.
You're going
to
LA.
Definitely going to LA.
Could you
just
not?
Because where else would you go? Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, I gotta go LA. You know what I'm saying? And then if I could draft myself right now, if I could really draft myself right now, I'm going to the Rams in LA. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm going West Coast.
Wow,
baby.
LA all day.
Come on. Or I'll go somewhere in Florida. I just gotta be somewhere warm, Texas.
Yeah.
Like, somewhere warm. Like, what? Honestly, if I could, it doesn't matter. Like, if somebody was like, yo, we want you, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Because especially football wise, like, I just want to play. You know what I'm saying? NBA wise, bitch, West Coast.
Word.
NBA money.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like, why not? You know what I'm saying? But like, NFL wise, it don't matter. I could be Boston, I could be wherever, Wisconsin, you know what I'm saying? And I'm playing, you know what I'm saying? As long as I'm playing, I'm good. But if I had a choice, I'm going back somewhere warm every game. Like, boom, we might fly to a cold state, boom, coming back West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Or going Texas or down south, you know what I'm saying? Just so I can chill, you know what I mean? Kick up, build a family out that junk, you know what I'm saying? Bake a foundation out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
then obviously I'll come home, you know what I'm saying, give back. But yeah, but definitely just to answer your question, I'm West Coast, both NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB. I'm West Coast with it. All that. I'm West Coast with it.
With all the crazy stuff that's going on right now in the NFL, especially with Colin Kaepernick and everything, like, what are your thoughts on that situation?
I mean, I feel like everybody, you know, you can control what you can control. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of people are trying to get too involved in what he has going on. He can control that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everybody's trying to put their pinpoint on certain things that they really can't put their pinpoint on. But they try to, so they hindered a young man's career. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just by him voicing his own opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of messed up. But at the end of the day, I mean, they make their own decisions.
I know, like the biggest deal with that whole thing was some people were saying that, you know, this is a sport, we should leave political or society issues outside the sport. Do you feel like it was wrong for players to kneel and bring that controversy into the game? Or
I mean, I
do you
feel
think
like everybody they have their freedom to do what they want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everybody else has their freedom to do whatever they want to, or like who they like, you know what I'm saying, or be what they want to be, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the NFL, why can't they
express
do what they want to do, or like what they like, or be who they want to be?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just my thought process, but at the end of the day, everybody has their own business. The NFL is a business. So, like, I mean, I guess they have their own rules, just like every other business has their own rules. So sometimes you got to abide by your rules, but there's always a couple guys that they abide by the rules, but some people don't like the way they're abiding by the rules.
Like Marshawn Lynch.
You know what I mean? Well, that's my man.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
You're telling the truth, though. You know what I mean? But he's speaking. That's what they want him to do. They want him to speak. But he told the truth. You know what I'm saying? And
I love what he did, man.
And
like
he's still in the league. You know what I mean? And I mean, Kaepernick, you know what I'm saying? Like, I stand behind you just off the strength of you doing what you believe in.
Sacrifice and everything.
You know what I'm saying?
For the belief, yeah.
So, like, I mean, I don't think, like, he messed up or nothing like that. I feel like it could have been handled a different way. But who am I to say how it should have been handled?
Sure, yeah. As a sports player, what would you say would be a way to address, if you feel so strongly about police brutality, like, how would you go about it if you had, like, that platform? Do you have any ideas, or like? I
mean, I really don't. I mean, I feel like just because watching what he did, I mean,
it kind of discourages any
other vocalizing. You gotta
rock
rock with that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, think about it in your head. What else could you have done? You know what I'm saying? You gotta rock with the way he went about it. You know what I mean?
And I don't think it was disrespectful, you know.
I don't think so at all either.
There's a lot of Army people that says the same thing, like people that actually serve for the country.
I feel like, you know, you ask them, hey, why'd you kneel? Or why are you not standing up? Or to all the players, because the players still doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Why y'all doing that? And then if y'all want to interview them and catch why they're doing it, then catch it. You know what I'm saying? You got to catch what they're saying. If you don't agree, then you don't agree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to agree on a lot of stuff, man. A person can do a certain celebration. You might not agree with it. They just scored a touchdown for your team. You know what I'm saying? But you still cheering them on.
Right,
like,
right.
You don't have to agree about a bunch of stuff, though. Like, but I feel like he did what he had to do. He did what he felt strongly about, and that it is what it is.
Since we're on this more conscious topic, I want to ask, man, especially being in this area, I feel like there is definitely a lot of, like, low key racism, and you played sports your whole life, so you probably had to deal with some characters that may or may not grew up with those things instilled in them. Did you have any experiences like that where maybe even a coach or a different player was kind of
a little prejudiced?
Yeah. Discriminatory, a little racist.
I mean, not so much, man. Honestly, no? I feel like the play took over to the point where maybe if they were, then it didn't matter because they couldn't.
Because I know socially, like, our group of friends, we were very aware and conscious, and we spoke out against that shit.
Right.
And I would imagine you would, on the field, you would be doing the same.
Right.
So that never happened.
Nah, honestly, because, I mean, if you really want to break it down, like, there, I mean, in the NFL, there's majority blacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So, like, you can't really try and bring in a different energy. Race or whatever. I mean, not knocking no other race, because everybody can ball, no matter what your race is.
Definitely.
But, like, it's majority African American. So, like, what are you really gonna do as a coach?
Yeah.
If you can't.
You can't even hold that shit down.
Saying? You might not like this black dude, but whole time, oh, this black dude good too. So, what about that black dude? What about this black dude? What about this African American? What about that? There's so many African Americans that come from nothing, that all they want to do is ball, and they'll do whatever it takes to ball. You know what I'm saying?
And they're monsters at it too. Like.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, I done seen a lot of ethnicities that were very great. Like, I'm talking phenomenal at playing football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just in the NFL, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? NBA, it is what it is. Like, it's just majority African American. I mean,
it's crazy you say that too, man, because I've never been, like, a major sports fan, but I always kind of recognize that I'd never heard of one good white running back. Like,
I mean, the only dude that what's his name, Christian McCaffrey, dude at North Carolina, or no, not North Carolina, the Panthers.
okay,
Yeah,
he a beast.
he's a dog.
Growing
He's
up,
a
is he a
dog.
newer person? Is he
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
might be why. Because I stopped watching sports when
Yeah.
LeBron went to Miami. But that's a whole nother subject.
Right. Get to that later.
But that was kind of that always stood out to me too, because I liked football a lot,
Mhm.
and I'd always try to think of like
You won't see that. You won't see that. You've never seen. I've never seen a white corner. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the white safety. There's white safeties out there that are dogs.
Yeah.
My man's from Minnesota. I think his last name is Smith. He's a dog.
Okay.
Like he's nasty. There's a bunch of them out there. John Lynch popped it off though with the Buccaneers, white safety. You know
I remember John Lynch, 47, right?
Yeah,
I remember.
So
I remember him.
he was a dog. You know what I'm saying? But
fire.
like, as far as dogs out there, besides like linebacker, D line, O line, you really don't see nobody at this quote unquote skill position. That's white or minority, like besides black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Really dog and nothing. No.
It's crazy to think about. It's nothing against, like you said, it's nothing against them. I just always thought that was different. Like, it was weird. Like, it was kind of crazy to even like realize, like, yo, why ain't there? Right. Why is? But you know,
NBA is different too, because they go European with it and you know, out of the USA with it. So like it's kind of, they might be white, but they might be fucking from somewhere totally different though. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
But yeah, I mean, as far as that, I mean, racism on the athletic piece, I feel like the game, you can never knock somebody that's gonna win you a game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
it's the last industry where you can really even hold your racism, because
so a coach is gonna do whatever it takes to get the best player comfortable.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So maybe that coach might be a black coach that hates white guys, and I wouldn't say hate, but just like would rather a black guy be the guy for them.
Yeah.
But if the white guy's the guy, they're gonna love that white guy up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And obviously vice versa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I just did the opposite.
Gotcha. Yeah. Make it make sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Make it make sense.
But yeah, same thing, or Samoan, whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely a few Samoans in the NFL.
Man,
well, let's get out of this racial draft we in right now.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Post this. Talking too much about
Nah, we good, man. This is the type of conscious conversations we need. We need to have these conscious conversations. But you mentioned going to Toledo, man. Talk about that experience coming from Leesburg, Virginia, all the way to Ohio. Was that like at least 8 hours away?
Yeah, about 7.5.
Yeah.
7.5, man, on a average day. It was dope, man. I mean, I don't regret nothing at Toledo. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple of my brothers come out there and they experienced it. And they had some good times, you know. Besides that coaching thing that I talked about earlier, man, I don't regret going to Toledo. You know what I'm saying? It was cold as hell.
Yeah.
You know, it's right by the Michigan lakes.
The Midwest.
You know
it was not too far from you, brother.
What it is,
not
you
too
know,
far from
so
you.
that wind was fucking my face up.
Hell yeah.
But like, I mean, I enjoyed it, man. It was definitely good. I met some great people out there, and I still have friendships out there that I'll probably, you know, hold for the rest of my life. Like, I'm talking about like being in weddings and stuff like that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Going on long-term vacations. You know what I'm saying? Being godfather to kids and stuff. Like, not just mine, but maybe theirs as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I built brotherhoods and friendships, and the camaraderie was great. I don't regret going to Toledo at all. It was a fun experience for me. And then obviously just the tradition off of Ohio football, period. It opened eyes for me as well. You know,
college football, especially.
Exactly, college definitely, because I think Ohio and Texas are the top in the D1 programs for college football. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think. And Ohio,
I bet Michigan's probably right in there too.
Yeah, definitely. As I'm talking about D1 single A. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like that whole group, like Michigan, Ohio, Indiana is right there too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really big. And I knew Ohio was really good on football, big on football. But like when I got there, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that I went there to experience that as well. You know what I'm saying? Just from the high school standpoint and the little league and everything like that. All these little leaguers want to do is be those high school guys. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's crazy. And I only experienced that with one guy when I was in high school. Like, these little leaguers all want to get these high schoolers autographs and stuff. I was like, man, I only probably signed like a good 10 autographs my senior year,
That's
from
crazy.
little guys. These dudes just doing it every game, and it's not. They might go to a basketball game, and they might be coming up seniors, and they signing stuff at the basketball games. They're not even playing. I'm just like, dang, like this is dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that experience was real. It was real eye opening, and I definitely don't regret nothing about Toledo. Like if I could go back to Toledo right now, I would. You know what I'm saying? Just to give back to my college for one, and for two, just to embrace the Ohio and the Toledo foundation when it comes to football.
What other offers did you have?
So I went to prep school, bro. I went to prep school out of high school because of my offers. When I got hurt.
Okay, yeah, senior year.
Yeah,
right.
So I could have stayed. I only went for a semester.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. I could have stayed that whole year and probably got some more. But I had a good 10 offers.
Okay,
coming out of that January class from my prep school. But my top 3 was Marshall, Toledo, and Wake Forest.
Wake Forest is here.
Wake Forest is in North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Marshall?
Marshall's in West Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Marshall, the reason I didn't go to Marshall is because the head coach personally offered me, and then the head coach resigned. So he made me feel comfortable, and then at that time, I didn't feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
After that, Wake Forest was a late offer, and they pretty much told me like we're waiting on somebody else because you kind of came out of nowhere. Like if we knew about you early, we probably would have offered you.
Yeah.
But we want this other, like we had this other guy on lot, so if he doesn't commit, then we gonna offer you. So the dude didn't end up committing. So I was like, man, nah, I'm not gonna be nobody's second. Like I was already that in high school, low key.
Word.
So I didn't take that. But Toledo was really on me. Those are my top in that time span of me being there. You know what I'm saying? So of my top guys, like I had some other guys like Maryland came through.
Oh yeah.
Whatever, but it just wasn't a fit for me at the time. You know
Didn't
what I'm saying?
feel right.
Nah. So I ended up choosing Toledo, and then this crazy thing is 2 weeks into Toledo, I had a call from my defensive coordinator at
the prep school.
At the prep school, bro. And he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Talking to me. He's like, "Guess who came in here trying to offer you?" And I don't know if you know, my dream school was Penn State.
Oh shit.
So then he called me and was like, "Yo, Penn State tried to come in here and offer you," and I was just like, I mean, I could leave right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. He was like, "Man, nah, remember, man. Remember where you came from. Count your blessings, man. Like, you came in with nothing, and now you at a D1. You got a D1 school right now, and you probably gonna end up being a starter. You gonna go to the NFL." So he kind of humbled me right there.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then that whole thing with Joe Paterno happened at Penn State. I don't know if you know about that.
Nah.
Yeah, we'll just talk about that later because it's gonna take away from my podcast.
A little spicy.
Or whatever.
It's a little spicy.
It's a little caliente. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about that later.
Okay.
But yeah, man. So that's pretty much how I chose Toledo, man.
Got you.
Yeah, man.
What was it like walking in as a rookie? Like, coming from a person that just watches the movies, that just sees like how it is in mainstream media. You hear about the hazing, you hear about the bullying for the rookies and shit. Did you experience any of that?
The most, I mean, they might just be like, "Yeah, what's up, Rook?" You know what I'm saying? Or after the camp practices, you got to carry pads and helmets. You know what I'm saying? Or, "Hey, yo, y'all got to go get the snacks for the room." You know what I'm saying? But as far as treating you like a man, they're not gonna disrespect you as a man.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Wasn't like no fraternity shit.
Nah. Ain't nobody beat nobody. Oh, the most when I went to Denver, because I wasn't a rookie in Denver, they was giving them the rookie haircuts, and I'm talking they was fucking them niggas heads.
Like players were cutting other players'
yes,
hair.
bro.
I'm
talking about giving niggas man buns.
Oh no,
hey man, cutting niggas like hairlines off, but leaving the rest.
That's
like,
crazy.
I'm talking patching niggas' heads up, bruh. Like I was just, and then you had to wear that joint until the preseason was over, bro.
That's wild.
So a lot of dudes try to cover it up, but then the whole time some dudes was just wearing that joint. Just the national anthem, the cameras is on the heads.
Yeah.
They seeing that joint.
Crazy
That's
lines and
probably,
shit.
and then if you had like dreads or long hair, you know what I'm saying? They was like, "Man, we cutting your eyebrows off."
Oh, okay. So they didn't touch the
No, they won't touch your dreads. They won't touch your dreads.
There wasn't no drumline shit.
No. Nah, but they definitely was like, "All right, we got to get your eyebrows and like your facial hair." You know what I'm saying?
Okay, word.
But
shit, I'll take that. Over
right,
my fucking
exactly.
hair.
So because some dudes had some dreads.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Or like even some white boys had a long hair, the locks or whatever. They were
Word.
like, "You want your locks? they'd be like, "Yo, I want to. All right, we gotta get your eyebrows." It was just that was a Broncos tradition. I don't know if I'm supposed to speak about that.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
I mean, I think you seen. I mean, people seen the jump. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But
talk about the NFL experience for you, man. So you said you went to you got drafted first to the Redskins, right?
yeah. So I wasn't even drafted.
Oh no.
Nah. So I had
What's the difference between like drafting?
So when you get drafted, you get a signing bonus. So you sign with some cash.
Word.
So like, you talking about them guys that is first round draft picks becoming millionaires, first round, second round, maybe even third round, becoming millionaires overnight. Like millionaires, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you get drafted any of the 7 rounds, seven rounds, you get some money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They for a signing bonus, you sign, boom. I mean, I don't know how long it takes to get in your account because I wasn't drafted, but like within a week or two, you're getting that money in your account. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what round you went. But yeah, I was just signed, man. I got a call. I remember I got a call. I was at Moe's, the little Spanish joint. You know where Moe's is.
Yeah,
right
Southwest Grill down.
Where you used to live.
Oh, by Potomac Station, the old hood.
Right there. You know what I'm saying? And, I was there with my son, and I got a phone call when I was in line. And I'm like, hello? You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, yeah. They was explaining the whole process. And I low-key thought it was a joke. You know what I'm saying? Because I was expecting, like, Kansas City to call me because Kansas City really wanted me.
Okay.
And Jacksonville was on me.
The Jaguars?
Yep. And they said that, and I was just like, at the time, I was a Redskins fan. So I'm thinking it's like somebody playing with me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, look, stop playing with me for real. Like, get off my line for real if you bullshitting type shit, whatever. I said some shit like that.
That's crazy.
Remember. They were like, no, this is serious. Like, we're trying to bring you in next week. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, well, hello. I started the whole conversation over.
Change the whole tone up and everything.
Like, hey, man.
Excuse me.
Man, stop it, Jaden. Talking to this kid and shit. He's trying to fuck with some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what happened, man. I just got signed, and it wasn't guaranteed for me, man. I had to go in there and really show my stuff for the rookie mini camp to try and make the team.
Okay.
And nobody was really supposed to make it, especially as safety, because the year before they had drafted 2 people in my position. So I wasn't supposed to make the team. You know what I mean? But I think I showed a big enough impact at the rookie mini camp for me to get on the team, obviously, because I got on the team. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And I mean, that's really how it escalated. Like it was kind of like a big story around Loudoun County because it was like a hometown kid made the hometown team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it was dope, you know what I'm saying? And then that's that one time when I first ran out the joint that I was talking to you about earlier.
Through the tunnel.
You know what I mean? And
the nerves.
Yeah. So it was just a lot of people that were, I know I had eyes on me.
Definitely.
It was dope, man. It was dope. It was a good experience, man. It was a good NFL experience.
How long were you with the Skins?
I was only with them through the preseason, man.
Okay.
Like I said, they had drafted 2 guys that were safeties as well the year before. So unless I did something super spectacular, like as far as like picking the ball up every time the ball was just thrown in the air, even if I wasn't on the field, like that's how I probably would have ended up making that team, honestly. But nah, it was a good experience, man. I mean, through camp and through those preseason games, you experience a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just to get to that level, honestly, for guys that have been through that level, from guys that have been through that level and are still going, and for guys that are coming up, like just to get to that point, a lot of people don't get to that point.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Most people don't.
It's less than 1% out of your college team that somebody's gonna make it to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was dope. It was hurtful when you get cut because I have never been cut from nothing before. You know what I mean? And then to get cut from something like that, I'm kind of just like, damn, like what? Like what you mean cut? You know what I'm saying? So, you get cut, whatever.
Was that a phone call or was that in person?
It was a phone call, and then they call you to go to the facility. Okay. And then you go there and they tell you why you got cut or what happened, and then you move on. They tell you if they think you should continue or not, and then it is what it is. So they were like, you definitely can play in the NFL, you know, yada yada yada.
They just had too many people in that position or something.
You know, like we was deep. Like we probably had a good. They only traveled probably like 4 to 5 guys. We had 8 guys.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So all those other gigs was either getting cut or going to a different team.
Yeah.
And and I feel like a lot of guys that were there with me, I mean, that could probably vouch for me. They're like, you never really got a fair shot with the Skins anyway.
Yeah.
Which I wish I did, and it would have been love to be home. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I mean, it wasn't in God's plan for me to be home.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I had after that, man, I went to this new league that was trying to start up called the FXFL.
Okay.
And I'm talking like this was the most unorganized shit I've ever been a part of, bro.
It's like arena football or something?
Nah, it was on the field. It was literally trying to make it like a filter league, like this new AAFL league that just started up. I don't know if you peeped it on TV or not, but that's the real deal. Okay. But this FXFL shit was not the real deal.
Is that like FX, like the channel? Like...
I don't even know. It's like a developmental league for the NFL. They were trying to start a league to filter guys in. But they just didn't do it right. Okay. You know, they put 2 years strong, not even strong. They doing 2 years limbo, and then after that shit, nigga, it was over. You know what I mean? But the thing that helped me out was I had a decent agent at the time. Okay. And I got good film from it at the time from 2 games, and he sent it out, whatever. And then Denver Broncos saw it. So I'm working at Gold's Gym at the front desk. And then my agent called me. I was like, yo, I can't be on the phone. I'm at the front desk. People see me. I'm trying to abide by the rules and shit. Yeah. He was like, man. He was like, fuck that. Like, the Broncos are interested in you. Like, they about to call you and want you to come work out for them and either be on the team this year while they're going through the playoffs or a future reserve contract, which is that you just come on to the team the next year after the season. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, all right, but I'll look out for the area code. Yeah. I thought he was bullshitting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Niggas called me within like an hour.
Damn, same day.
Same day. That's and I was just like, oh shit. Like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nerve wracking. So I answered the joint. It was like, yeah, so we saw your film. We like you. Want to bring you on a workout. So I'm like, all right, cool. When? You know what I'm saying? When? He's like, shit. This weekend? You know, so that's how you know the NFL got money. They just flying cats out. You know what I'm saying? Just now, like that. Yeah, right now. We want to bring you in. We're going to fly you out that day. You're going to work out that day, and you're going to leave that day. I was just like, I mean, what am I going to say? No?
All that in one day? That's crazy.
I'm just like, yeah. Like, all right, bet. So we'll give you the details. No, my bad. I lied. So they had a game that weekend. So it was based off of that game. They were going to fly me out there, something like that. Okay. So I ended up going out there and working out, and I just knew I killed that joint. I just knew I killed it. Yeah. So I was like, yo, I'm going to be a Denver Bronco. I kind of knew it. You know what I'm saying? So I came home. Went back to work. You know what I'm saying? Kept working out. It was just normal for me. Probably within like 2 to 3 weeks, they called me back. And they were like, or no, my agent called me. And he was like, yo, they want to sign you. But it's all big. Because they were in the playoffs at the time. They were like, if they win the playoff game, they're going to sign you to come onto the team and continue the rest of the playoffs with them, and then you might get a Super Bowl ring just off the strength of joining the team. Yeah. And he's like, but if they don't win, they're done. Then they're just gonna sign you for a future reserve contract. So he's like, at the end of the day, Ross, you're gonna have a job. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
that's what niggas like to hear.
So I was just like that, you know. So I'm watching the game. I'm like, oh, win, go Broncos. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there. Come on,
learn the names and shit.
Right? Like, oh yeah, safeties. You know, I'm pointing at niggas and shit. But like, so they ended up losing. You know, so literally the day after they lost, the dude called me. He was like, all right, baby, we gonna sign you to the future reserve zone. He's like, but look, we don't do like, we don't like send contracts over email or fax. You got to come out here and sign the joint. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, when? Yeah. Tomorrow. I said, bet. You know, I'm out there. What time? He's like, what time is good for you? I said, well, you know, whenever's good for you.
Yeah,
because
you know,
I'm shooting shit right up. Whenever's good for you. You know, whatever. So boom, lost. I mean, I flew out that junk. You know what I'm saying? Flew out there for the day. They picked me up, fed me. Signed the contract. If you want to go to the Instagram and see that photo, Ross_Madison 21. Hello. You know what I'm saying? But like, so that happened, and then flew back, and then I was a Denver Bronco in the next year.
That's crazy.
Going to that Denver Bronco experience, you can tell the difference between a Super Bowl team and a 3 and whatever team. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like the difference of how these two teams maneuvered, and did certain things and did everything as a team and clicked up, you know what I'm saying? You can see who was winning how many games. You know what I'm saying? And the veterans that were there. I mean, I got an opportunity to play alongside of like Von Miller, you know what I'm saying? The Super Bowl MVP, you know what I'm saying? Peyton Manning, that is going to be a Hall of Famer, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Emmanuel Sanders, Demaryius Thomas, you know what I'm saying? Aqib Talib, Chris Harris Jr., Bradley Roby, you know what I mean? All those guys, TJ Ward, that's my guy right there, you know what I'm saying? A lot of guys out there. Brandon Marshall, man, Danny Trevathan, you know, it was Wolf, D. Lyman, you know, it's a lot of guys out there that were really talented and really knew how to win as a unit, though, as to why they won that Super Bowl that year. You know what I'm saying? I took I soaked whatever they set up like a sponge, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they were just good guys, though. You know what I'm saying? They was really good guys that I could just vibe with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, a couple of the guys that I named, if I was to see them out, they'd be like, yo, what's up? Like, tell me how everything's been.
Still
like,
show love.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, like, it's a couple guys, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, the fame get to them.
Yeah,
it is
definitely.
what it is.
Definitely.
They act like they're not regular people no more. But it is what it is. You know, it comes with it, though. You know what I mean? But that organization, that program, that area it was a blessing, obviously, for one. And then for two, like, I definitely enjoyed being there. Like, I wish I didn't get injured because that's why I ended up leaving. I got injured.
Okay.
And
was it another knee injury?
Nah, it was a calf injury, a soleus.
Okay.
Which is the biggest muscle in your calf, which usually takes 6 to 8 weeks to heal. But I rushed it back in like 2, and then kept boom, boom, boom. But I was trying to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they were like, "You're not really healthy enough for us, so we gotta let you go." So I was just like, Then they won a Super Bowl, and that could have been me.
Yeah.
And I would have been playing.
Yeah.
And probably wouldn't even, you know. Then this joint would have really been big because I probably would have been playing.
Right.
As far as a current NFL player,
it's still just as big, bro. It's still just as big.
You know what I'm saying? You think about that shit though, like just being there. So it was definitely a dope experience. Like, I would go back to Colorado right now. Even like the team is different now, whatever. But Peyton's not there. You know, there's still some players there. But like, I would definitely go back just because I like the atmosphere. Definitely met some good people out there that I still have friendships with and stuff like that. Like, as far as millionaires to thousandaires to nothingaires,
rookies, you know, and shit.
Yeah, this is good guys that I can vibe with. And if I was in a city or a town or whatever and hit them up, they would be like, "Yo, what's up?" You know what I'm saying? And vice versa too. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
So yeah, I mean, the NFL experience was dope. And then after that, man, I did some CFL things, which is Canadian Football League. I did some arena things, which is, you know, in the arena, the basketball arena. But it just, at the time, it wasn't for me. You know what I mean? So I mean, we still working to achieve that goal right now. I got some things in the pocket right now that I think might escalate to some positive things for me as football wise, that, you know, I'm just waiting for it to be really just put on paper right now. So
Gotcha.
We'll see what happens, you know.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. Let's fast forward into today, man. Like, what? Like, you're a trainer now. You're also a coach, mentor, I'm sure. Like, how did you get into that?
So, ever since 2014, 15, 16, like, a lot of the high schools been asking me to coach. You know, so I really didn't want to at the time. You know, I would give them feedback or show up when I could. And I mean, I had opportunity to coach at 2 high schools before my own high school, because I'm coaching currently at Heritage High School, and it didn't work out for me for those 2 schools. So, I mean, I think that was just in God's plan. You know what I'm saying? To get me back to Heritage High School. To show these youngins that, like, it could happen. It could happen from Heritage High School, because nobody thought it would. And I kind of made it happen, though. You know what I'm saying? I made it happen on my own. Had some slight help, but at the end of the day, nobody really put me at Toledo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody really put me at Hargrave Military Academy, which was my prep school. You know what I'm saying? Nobody did that for me. I did that. You know what I mean? So it's all based off of what you trying to do. But at the same time, you at Heritage, I'm at Heritage, so I can help you get there. And I can pave the way. I can help you, tell you the do's and don'ts if you want to hear it, though. You know what I'm saying? My do's and don'ts that I did and didn't do.
Gotcha.
That might help you pave your do's and don'ts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you what to do as a young man. So you can listen to what I got to say. You can't, you whatever. But, like, I think that's why I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Like, And that's where I always wanted to be, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't really want to coach anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't have an opening at the time. So I just wanted to get some coaching experience under my belt in high school. But the fact that it opened up at Heritage the way it did worked out in my favor. You know what I mean? But
Gotcha.
yeah, so I'm coaching. Then personal training. I mean, I've always been personal training, man, ever since I was a youngin'. You know what I'm saying? I never paid, you know what I'm saying, just doing it, people hopping in my workouts and stuff like that. And then I kind of just grew on me a little bit because I was really good at what I was doing. People was giving me great feedback. Male, female, young, older, it was just always good feedback. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, why not make it a profession? You know, why not have it as my thing? So, you know, I started doing that. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's _RM performance _, you know what I'm saying?
Make sure y'all go follow that.
Yeah, and that's just what I'm doing now. Page is still under construction, low key. It always will be because it's always adding and subtracting from the page.
Yeah.
But definitely the story from the page is definitely what's the most live about the page. You know what I mean? So that's just what I'm doing. And I mean, I'm not saying it's all athletic training or anything like that. It can be anybody. You know what I'm saying? From a kid or from a teen to a person in their 20s to 30s to an older adult to the most to that number one draft pick.
Yeah.
Everybody can get that type of work. I know all aspects of training. You know what I mean? I feel like I can connect at some level with every person, every individual when it comes to training. So
Yes. That's kind of one of the things I wanted to ask. Like with coaching and training, I'm sure like those situations like puts you in a really personal position with the people you're coaching and training. Like, how do you handle that, and like what ways do you use that to an advantage, so to say?
Just being, like you said, being personable. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, this is a very like catchphrasey type thing, but like God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. You know what I'm saying? The more you listen, the more you can kind of like give back. You know what I mean? So I just listen to everything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? No matter who you are.
Yeah.
It could be an 8-year-old that I train. I always listen more than I give out. You know what I'm saying? Because you can read people more when it comes in like this, than you over here spitting, but you can't even really understand that person because you telling them so much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about listening like this, in and one and out. I'm talking about listening like this, so it comes out like that.
Gathering the information.
So it's different. A lot of people like kind of mess that up a little bit. Because they think they listening because it's going in one ear, but it's just coming out the other joint, and then you speak it out what you want to speak.
Yeah.
Nah, let it come in both ears so you can speak it out with knowledge. You know what I'm saying? With wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Longevity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just speaking out like that. I mean, that's just longevity, not longevity. You know what I mean? So it's just a little bit different.
Word. That's powerful, man.
Definitely.
That's powerful. We getting close to time, man. I want to go into more to the training life, but
no, that's all good.
Let's skip currently into some current events, man. Some music, because you a really big fan of music from my experience, just knowing you as a homie, man. Like, you're really involved in the music sound. So like, what's some of the artists? Let's start with there. What's some of the artists you messing with right now?
Future, man.
Big Future.
Number one. Future's been number one ever since Future came out, man. Future's been number one. I mean, I gotta rock with the Migos, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. You can't not mention them in music these days.
That young boy, Roddy Rich, man. Oof. That young boy, Roddy Rich, he's gonna be a problem when he get, you know what I'm saying? He's already a problem now.
Definitely, man. That song he got with Nipsey is crazy.
Man, the joint, the boy's nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, we can go like, I'm talking like all genres. We can go Bruno Mars. You know
oh, really?
Bruno Mars.
Danny should be here right now. You bringing him up. Danny's Bruno a big Mars. Bruno Mars fan.
He's a performer. The dude knows what he got going on.
I don't know, man.
Dude's all genres, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the female side. You can't go wrong with Cardi B. You know, she's killing it right now.
Nah, not at all. You can't go wrong with her.
My baby Danny Lay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, Danny Lay's fire. She's a new upcoming artist. Actually, she's been there.
Okay.
But like everybody's kind of finally seeing her though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm asleep. I don't think I've heard her shit.
Oh, word. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, she's dope.
Yeah. Oh, that's a gem.
Yeah,
okay.
That's her. Yeah. And then obviously Nicki, you can never go wrong with Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she got a little turmoil. I feel like she's losing her confidence, low key. I feel like she's.
I just think that she's just enjoying her money right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Her platform.
Yeah, she's just enjoying it. You know what I mean?
Got you.
I feel like I'm not gonna put her in the same category as Future, but like, you know, Future will be like chilling for a while, but all Future joints is bangers though. You know what I'm saying? Bangers, bangers, bangers.
Yeah.
And then Future will come out of nowhere with some shit, and you be like, damn,
Mm-hmm.
that was fire. But we already knew Future was gonna come out with that banger though. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
With Nicki, like I said, I can't put her in the same because they're two different artists.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like she's enjoying her thing right now, and then Nicki's gonna drop some shit. And Nicki's gonna be like, "Oh shit, there she go." You know what I'm saying? There she is. You know
Hopefully,
what I mean?
man. Hopefully, I feel like Cardi B really like just made her feel some type of way, and like
Cardi
kind of took away.
and then
like,
now she's rolling with the jump. Like
Yeah.
Cardi B is really like,
she's taking over, bro.
oh my god, yeah,
She's fucking shit up.
Yeah.
She's going crazy right now. What were like? Well, first, what would you say would be if you had to pick one artist? Say you stuck on an island for a couple years or whatever. You can only listen to one artist. What artist would that be? Future only.
Future.
That's crazy. Future Hendrick. Word. I feel like I
can
can't
relate to his lifestyle. Me and him live the same lifestyle.
I ain't mad at it, bro. I ain't mad at it. But what was some music that you remember using as a reference to get you hyped, to get you motivated before games and stuff?
I mean, definitely Future.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, you can never go back to that old school Wayne with the droughts.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying? We can go back to the
Did you ever go 90s like with DMX or like?
we can go Lil Boosie, Lil Webby.
Word.
Yeah, man.
That's surprising. I'm
They would-
surprised
they
with
would
that.
get me
too.
going.
Word.
Yeah, definitely that. And what's the little dude name? I forget the dude name. He was rocking at the time. I can't even remember the giant.
It's all good.
It's all good though. But he was rocking.
Those
though.
are some solid lists though. I'm surprised to
Yeah.
hear Boosie. I never would
Oh.
think that Boosie got that
yeah.
sports motivation.
Yeah, Boosie get the whole locker room rocking. Honestly,
Word.
Boosie
Word.
and Webby, yeah.
That's dope. What's your all time favorite sports movie?
I'll go with. I mean that. It's Any Given Sunday, Friday Night Lights.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
Any Given Sunday was crazy.
The
Al Pacino.
Replacements. The Replacements was actually kind of dope though.
I don't know if I seen that.
It kind of got like a little love scene in the joint a little
Okay.
bit, but like just it was kind of the Replacements. Like the main players went on strike, and then like they had to bring in a bunch of different players to kind of win the joint to go to the playoffs. And shit
Okay.
like that. So it was kind of dope.
Word.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a football joint.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? There's a couple other joints, but I just don't remember the names. It was kind of dope.
Got you, man.
Some documentaries as well too, but definitely Any Given Sunday and
That's a classic, man.
and Friday Night Lights. You know what I'm saying? High School and Professional.
Definitely. Can't forget. Remember the Titans, bro. Denzel
Oh yeah,
Davis fucking thing in that
100%.
joint.
I can't believe I forgot about
Come
that
on
joint
now.
just because.
Come on now.
Yeah, you right. You right. 100%. My bad. My bad.
If you, for whatever reason, if you couldn't be doing anything athletic, what would you see yourself doing? Computer engineer, an artist.
I went to school for criminal justice, bro.
Okay.
So probably some private security stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? SWAT, special ops.
Word.
You know,
Hell
yeah, man. Because like I never really wanted to be a cop. You know what I'm saying? Never in my life did I want to be a police officer. But as far as that other shit, like really going down and
Black Ops shit.
yeah, that type of shit. Like I've always been interested in that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like it would be something Secret Service.
Yo,
know
you
what I'm saying?
definitely was Will Smith in Bad Boys hard, bro. You definitely was
Protecting a
fucking Will
motherfucker.
Smith
Yeah,
ass nigga
UFC
back in the
shit.
day.
Like
that
some-
Bad Boy shit.
Some
bruh.
shit like that, though. Like I don't.
I can see it now. It just clicked for me. I get it.
I said I get it, but yeah, it could never be that would be it though. You know what I'm saying?
Got
Like,
you.
I couldn't. It would have to be some type of team oriented shit. I mean, I don't see myself like right now. I mean, personal training is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like it. I enjoy it. It's fun. I can wear whatever I want. You know, it's a natural gift. But like as far as like pushing myself to that next level and enjoying it and embracing it, it would be more so that criminal justice like type thing. If I wasn't athletically
Got you.
gifted type thing. Yeah.
I feel that, man. Last three questions
Yeah.
because we really pushing time.
Yeah.
What's one word that best describes you? Just one word.
The best. It's like I'd
The
probably
best.
say passionate, man.
Yeah.
Passionate in everything I do, no matter what it is, as far as waking up in the morning, I gotta wake up, get up the best. Putting my socks on, I'm putting these socks on the best.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Brushing my teeth. Ain't nobody brushing their teeth better than me. You know, just little stuff. Just silly examples and stuff. But like,
I feel
passionate about everything. Definitely raising my kid. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important to me. I know we haven't really spoke about him too much on this joint, but like when it comes to him, it's either him, and if you're not with it, then you're not with me type thing. So I'm very passionate about him and getting him to wherever he needs to be in life. If it's football, if it's engineering, if it's whatever. It is what it is, you know.
Kids come first, man. Kids are the shit. Kids are the world, man.
Exactly. They're the new generation. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
they deserve all the attention for sure, man. But what can we expect from you in 2019 as far as art and performance goes? And
in 2019, man, this is big for me. You know what I'm saying? This upcoming summer, you know what I'm saying? This summer is huge for art and performance. This summer is huge for me personally. Like I said, I have some things in the bag that I'm not trying to put on the platform right now.
Okay.
You never know. We might have to do another interview before my time is up.
Definitely make that happen.
You know what I mean? And keep watch out on Arm Performance and Ross_Madison 21 for my son.
It's all good. The phone's still running, right?
Oh, and then this is for my son. Just watch out for him. You know what I'm saying? Just being a better parent or be a better mentor. Just like I said, 2019 is big. And then for my homies, my brothers, my family. Look out for them because they're doing big things. You know what I'm saying? And It's all going to be posted on my joints, your joints,
my
other brothers' joints. So it's not just about me. It's about a family platform for me. So, like, as long as we all eating, then I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? If I'm only eating, then I'm being selfish. You know what I'm saying? So we all working together at some point, some formality. You know what I mean? So, 2019 is big for my whole family.
Beautiful, man. That's beautiful, bro. We'll tell the people how they can get in touch with you, man. We drop the socials, but let's give them a streamline of everything.
Honestly,
drop the socials, drop the website.
The social is just the RM Performance, the _RM Performance _, and then my personal zone is Ross_Madison 21. You know what I mean? Email, r.madison92 at gmail.com. That's definitely the personal. And that's the easiest way to get in touch with me because, I am a social media guy, but sometimes I miss the request. So, the email is big. And I ain't going to put my number on here because I don't think too many people be happy about that.
That's the Henny talking.
You can go say that in the mic. But definitely reach out to me through my man's Remy, you know what I'm saying? Through my man's Jeff, through Fruit Studios. If you really want to get in contact, man. It is what it is, man. We all family, so it is what it is.
Facts, man.
Vice versa, somebody want to reach out through me to them, then it is what it is.
All love, man. And if right now we got the training thing going, so if you are trying to get in shape, you are trying to get your physical together, make sure you guys hit them up. RM Performance on Instagram or the personal page, Ross Madison, like he said.
Shout that out on the joint, right? When we post the joint, we'll definitely
we're gonna have it in big captions and all that. We're gonna have big captions and all that for that. But we also can't forget to shout out Fruit Studios, man. Shout out to homie Benji. Shout out to homie Russ for holding us down, letting us use the space, showing love, man. If you're an artist 100%. In the DMV area, make sure you book your sessions today.
Only place to be.
That's Fruit Studios, VA.com. Fruit Studios _VA on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all the other socials too, man. So make sure you guys book your session, show up, pull up, drop some heat. There's a lot of fucking great music coming in and out of the studio.
It's only building.
And it's gonna continue going up from now. But honestly, it's already too much fire coming up out of here. But also make sure you guys follow Flyer Population, man. That's FLYYR Population. We're on all social media platforms, all streaming platforms, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, anything you could think of. So make sure you subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, and share that thing. But it's been an honor to have you on, bro. Man, this is an episode I've definitely been looking forward to. I'm really glad that we got this in the books, man.
I appreciate the invite. When I saw it on the schedule, I was like, "Oh, me?"
Because you sat in on a few episodes too, So
we
had to make this happen, man.
Even before that though, like I seen the schedule and I was like, wow. I said, that says me right there. Yeah, bro, I know. I was like, oh, shit. Man, and it
Bro.
was all the way in March, but it was perfect because, birthday just passed. So it was kind of like a birthday thing for me. So it was celebration all the way around. So
Exactly,
I appreciate that, bro.
Exactly,
Definitely
bro. We couldn't come to the DMV area and not get you on here, bro.
Word.
You were definitely a staple for the city.
Word.
So we need to make this happen.
Oh, man, I appreciate that.
So, yeah, again, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate the listeners for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in this far. We appreciate the love and support.
Hell yeah.
Peace, love, prosperity, abundance to everybody, man. Thank you.
You know what the fuck going on, man? Benji back in this joint again with it.